run it.
Good to go.
Alrighty, courtesy of Dynasty Wise LLC, Rear Naked Joe right here.
Yeah.
And Mashed Potatoes. Going to bring you all the smoke. We're going to bring you Combative Sports Pod where we're going to have H-Town's finest coming through on a spotlight / interview style type of pod where we're going to have every week a new fighter or whatever have you come on. Currently we have special guest Late Mitchell, ex-fighter. Now he's the epic roofing guy / family man / entrepreneur.
Yep.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
I'm an ex-fighter too.
Oh yeah, I heard some of those stories.
I know, I'm legendary, but how are you?
I'm good. I'm great. I'm great.
Let's talk about your business.
Okay.
What is
What
it?
you guys got? It's Reagan and Mitchell Roofing Exteriors, or of course we take care of all of your roofing needs.
Mm-hmm.
So we're the best in the business for sure. And I actually brought some proper 12 today. Proper 12.
Hi.
Oh,
And what
Just
are we
like
doing?
just like the interview from the first press
Yeah.
conference. Oh my gosh.
I'm not gonna touch him. Just give him a drink.
It was his birthday.
Whose birthday?
It was Khabib's birthday that day.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So. Yeah, but I brought some proper 12, so we can have a look.
yeah, he's actually got a giveaway for it, a bottle of it. How can somebody get a chance to win that?
Okay, so you go on to Reagan and Mitchell Roofing Exteriors, and then you're gonna like and follow Reagan and Mitchell Roofing Exteriors, and then you're actually gonna go to my page, and then you're going to, of course, friend request me, so you can see everything that's going on with Reagan and Mitchell. But then you're gonna, there's a comment on my post that I did for Proper 12. You're gonna post that as a post and tag me and 2 other people. That's all you have to do.
And they get proper 12. This is on Facebook.
Yes, so they're gonna get a chance to just win. I'll personally bring it to you.
Oh wow.
So.
That's even better. Special delivery. That's the move.
Yeah.
So,
Customer service all around.
hey, many touches I can get. Many touches as I can get. So,
Let's go ahead and backtrack
Click.
and go into reminiscent time. Back in your fighting days, during the fight camp, what would you say was the hardest part of your fight camp?
Well, Joe, I'm sorry.
I mean, the hardest part was just getting that mindset. You know, the kill or be killed mindset.
Did you have hard weight cuts?
No, I did not. Actually, so I fought at 145, and I usually walked around like 148.
So you're kind of like, what's his name in the UFC? We dropped down. We had epic fights with Greg Maynard. Oh, Edgar.
Frankie Edgar.
Yeah, because he walks around
Man,
real
those
close.
Rivalry.
Yeah, I never cut too much weight ever. For any Muay Thai fight I had, any boxing match I had, I mean, I usually only had a cut.
Now, what years were you fighting?
Oh man, it was so long ago to be honest with you. So I in high school I boxed.
Yeah.
I boxed, and then I boxed for George Foreman's gym,
Oh.
and then for a little while, and then I got into college. And before college, actually, Joe taught me some. Well, he just really tapped me out and
Yeah.
showed me what a guillotine is.
Joe tossed you around.
Yeah, no, he didn't know. No, he was just showing me what a guillotine was.
Yeah. You were showing me some boxing things, and I was showing you a few grappling moves.
Oh man, I was like, oh, that's what that is.
Oh, that break too.
Oh, I did not. I was like, okay, I don't like that at all. And then it's so funny too is my roommate Brian Broussard was getting into MMA, and I was just in college, and he actually brought me over to the gym and he tapped me out with a guillotine. That's what he tapped me out with. And I was like, never again. I'm never being tapped again. Nope. Especially when your boys are tapping you, you're like, no, I'm not letting that happen.
But you can't hit them, so let's be honest. Like, you can't just punch them in the face. They come over, hey, dude, and they just get you in a hole and make you tap.
I had no idea what jiu-jitsu was.
Right.
I had no idea. I had no idea what it was. And then as soon as I got tapped out, I was like, okay, I got to learn what he just did to me so I can do it to him.
I never knew Brazilian jiu-jitsu. I just knew traditional from Japan where you stood up and did stuff, but never on the ground.
Oh man, it was so from then on, that was kind of like, okay, I'm gonna do MMA. I'm gonna try this. And then so Brian did a fight, and then he lost to that guy. So I hear he's like my friend, so I'm gonna fight that. I'm fighting the guy that you lost to.
Yeah.
It's a close fight, but and then that guy we didn't end up fighting. We ended up fighting somebody else. So yeah.
But from boxing to learning some jiu-jitsu, that's a nice little transition that you had. I got to go into something else though. When you made weight, Well, obviously you had an easy weight cut, so it probably didn't matter that much. But what was your go-to meal when you made that weight?
I went to Olive Garden.
Olive Garden. Ooh.
I went to the OG.
Okay, and that brings me to my next question. Your victory meal. What was it?
Ooh, you know what's so funny is that fight. I won the fight, but even if you win the fight, you still hurt. I was all banged up. I actually went back to Olive Garden.
Well, hell yeah.
Double take.
So you
I
cut
d-
weight with all.
It was the all you can eat. It was the all you can eat pasta.
And you're cutting weight.
No, this is
still.
after the victory.
Well, what
This is
before?
after.
Like what do you eat before?
I ate all. Well,
Oh,
no. That was after the
After
weigh
your
in.
victory and after your weigh-in, you
Yeah.
doubled down.
But I worked at Olive Garden, so I was
Uh-huh.
like, I wasn't sick of the food at all, so I was ready for
Knew
it.
what to get.
Right.
Yeah. So.
All right. Well, I want to go back and recap something that happened earlier today. Becca Irwin fought today for her title over there in Thailand. She can't find a fight over here in U.S. soil.
I know that feeling.
Yeah, we know you do. Man, potatoes.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, she lost by decision today.
Damn. Oh man.
I felt she landed a lot more strikes throughout the whole engagement, but I felt like her opponent pushed the pace more, and in
That-
their judge's eye, swayed them.
Well, I think the country where they were fighting probably swayed them. I would think, because I really hate octagon control. You see a guy throwing more punches, but you know he's maybe backing up, but he's hitting the guy. They go, well, you know he had octagon control. I'm like, what? Come on, he hit the guy 80 times. You know, that's a guy. But Becca is just an amazing fighter.
I honestly don't know. I watched just a little bit of her today, but she looked really poised. Very like
Very calm.
selective of where she was gonna.
I felt like a lot of the time, seeing the judge's eyes, taking her back gave a lot of points. I felt like she could have dumped or hip tossed or something and gotten points to her favor, but
I once fought
She's tall.
what happened
She was
has happened.
tall.
Oh
She's
yeah,
tall.
big time.
How tall? You know how tall she is?
I
6'7".
don't.
I'm bad at
She's almost as tall as me.
She's-
That's almost as tall as me.
I'm bad at guessing.
For the record, folks, I'm 6'8". So.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
6'7".
they have you sitting on the floor.
You have to fight on your knees over there.
Yeah, it's bad. You know, it's bad. Why can't you get a fight over here on your soil? What's going on?
Opponent's not
Thai?
a fighter.
Really?
Muay Thai, yes.
I guess that's a good and bad problem. It's a good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So she's been having to go to Thailand to fight
yeah.
to find opponents.
I
But
fought.
the chick she fought today was actually 15 years old, so
Wow.
surprisingly, that was
How old is she?
17.
Okay.
She actually made history at the age of 16. She became the first American to win IFMA
National
gold medalist, but Muay Thai
Association.
amateurs.
She will be in the UFC one day.
I did a spar. It's called Spar Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Pat Miltich. I don't know if he still has that.
Ooh.
He has a gym in Austin. They had Spar Wars over there, and then the Muay Thai Association came, and whoever they just would handpick whoever they thought did the best, and they brought them over to Thailand. So
Oh wow.
it's kind of a funny story. It's like I walk in,
Yeah.
and I'm supposed to be weighing in at 140. I was trying to make 139 to get into the 130 to 140 class, and Shanae McDonald said one. I was 141.
Hey.
And the guy that I fought was 149. So, and it's just so funny because I walk in, I see this one dude just like hitting a heavy bag, and I'm like, I don't know, I felt bad for whoever's fighting that dude. You know? And then next thing you know, they're lining us all up, and we're in the same class, and then it's like, okay, you, and I'm like, oh, I would be fighting him. Like,
Right.
it was. I used that. That's probably one of my favorite parts of the fighting though, was the face off.
Oh yeah,
My favorite part.
Everybody loves that. All around, fans, everybody.
Oh, I love it.
And-
I remember him saying to me, he was like, are you ready? I said, am I standing in front of you? So,
We had some great face-offs today. We'll get to those.
Yeah. Speaking of which, the H-Town Spotlight this week is actually going to be on the Black Beast,
Nope.
and his face-off actually got pretty intense.
Yes, it did.
he did a Nick Diaz or a Nate Diaz when he flicked off the
Oh, yeah.
Cowboys hat.
Mhm.
He did like the Russian dude or whatever. I don't know what it's.
His babushka or whatever. I don't know.
Yes.
That style had it.
I won that hat
Knocked
in
it
the
up.
Russian tar pits when I fought there.
If he does.
What's his name? Alexander. He tried to kick him.
Kolka?
Volkov?
That dude is like 6'7" though.
Yeah,
Yes,
he is. He was
He is
way
tall.
taller. Alexander Volkov.
30 and 6.
It's all good. He'll be sleeping on the ground.
I got the Black Beast.
Yes,
I'm
I've got.
going-
You know
I've
why
got the
though?
Black Beast as
Because
well.
you can't just train for Derek Lewis.
No, that power he brings is you don't prepare for that.
But he's so unorthodox.
Oh,
Like he's not a straight like a Muay Thai striker like I say like an Edson Barbosa. You know he's gonna do technical kicks. You got to prepare for that. Derek Lewis can throw a flying knee.
yeah.
He can.
He
does-
likes to
does-
show his agility.
His head kick, his right head
Yeah.
kick. Can you imagine getting hit with that?
But I don't really think they really game plan for that. I think he just does it.
He
sometimes.
just- he said, yeah, he just
he
does
just
it.
feels it.
He's fun to
The coach is
watch.
probably like, I said no head kicks. What is going on?
This isn't Taekwondo stuff.
He's crazy.
I got Volkov in this fight.
Do you?
Honestly, I'm going Black Beast.
I'm gonna have to go Black Beast just because he's hometown native.
I want Black Beast to win, but I'm going Volkov. I like his reach.
Yeah.
That's the heavyweight.
You saw what he did to Verdun.
I did, but that
Gonzaga.
was look. You don't knock a Russian's hat off. I learned that in Siberia when I was fighting him. He did the wrong thing. Clayton,
I'm surprised we still know you.
This is
Black
on
Beast.
the Black Beast is fighting on the UFC 229 card. McGregor, Khabib, we didn't already mention.
In case
Yeah,
you
y'all
didn't know,
Yes.
Khabib
Ace Man.
and
Who's
So
amped
show
up for UFC 229?
Me.
Woo! People probably think I'm crazy on Facebook. I'm posting like, vote now. What's gonna happen? Oh. My wife, she's always, I mean, like, my mother-in-law was like, she commented like, oh my god, because I'm like, who's ready? Because I tell her every time there's a massive event, I'm like, no, I'm serious, this is the biggest UFC event ever. She's like, you said that like, you've said that to me like 9 times.
You know what I
I'm like,
posted on my?
I'm like, no. This one.
Yeah, it's this one.
You know what I post on my Facebook?
What?
I have like little kitten videos. It's so cute.
Before we get into the UFC 229,
I think Clay had
we
something.
need to discuss Sugar Sean's failed test. Apparently, him and El Teco, that was actually low-key my favorite fight
Yeah.
on the card.
You
Besides
want-
Connor,
who?
it could be
Sugar Sean?
Sugar Sean O'Malley,
Yeah.
aka
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Steele Show.
Now, I look forward to seeing him like grow because he's still so young in the game.
Big time, but unfortunately he's facing suspension with this, and
You
I
saw
think
what he
the
said
best. No, but UFC fighters in the past have managed to prove unknowingly taking contaminated supplements. They sometimes manage to get their suspensions lowered around 9 months.
There's so much
just
stuff.
just thinking about that, best case scenario, he could probably get about 9 months suspension.
That's horrible though.
Says,
Nine
but they
months.
could do that similar deal, or the USDA could uphold the up to 2 years.
USAD.
That would be horrible for him.
Right. On the
For
bright
right
side,
now-
though,
right now.
his foot's still. I mean, I know he was healed, but at least he'll have a little more time to actually make sure his foot
Yeah.
is fully
Did you
healed.
guys see that fight with the foot thing?
Yeah,
Yes.
he was still fighting.
He's still, yes.
I became a really big fan during that fight.
Forrest Griffin fought that guy with a broken arm.
Yeah, Rich Franklin broke his
Rich
hand
Franklin.
right at the beginning of a
Chuck
5-round
Liddell?
war with David Loiseau in
Oh,
Canada.
Yeah, and he also Chuck Liddell kicked his arm, broke his arm before he knocked him out. I think he knocked him out with that arm.
I can't remember what it was. It was King of the Cage or I can't remember what it was. Forrest Griffin actually got his arm snapped in a arm bar, and he came up and knocked him out with his other hand.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Forrest Griffin fought with a broken arm.
Yeah, I mean the adrenaline.
Well, he didn't really fight with it because he just rolled over on that broken arm and knocked the dude out.
The adrenaline's going though in the fight. You know, you don't. I mean, as soon as that adrenaline dump's done, you're like, you're getting, you know. I didn't realize how bad I was hurt after that.
I'm crossing my fingers that this thing. I want to see him fight again.
Well, he is trying.
I really
want
want to see him fight Violent Bob Ross, Luis Pena. That
Violent
dude right
Bob,
there,
yeah.
their styles would make a show. That would be a big money fight.
Yeah.
And they're both lanky guys too,
Yes.
so it'd be like the reach and the who's gonna hit who first, who's gonna use that. That's gonna be violent.
He actually wants to fight that YouTube star, or not even the YouTube star. Whoever tried to call him out. I
Logan
can't
Paul.
remember. Whoever called
I
Logan
think it's
Paul
Logan
out.
Paul.
Yeah, but whoever called Logan Paul out, Luis Pena called that
Oh.
dude a bitch because you're a real fighter.
Oh,
Don't
you're
be
talking
calling out those
You're talking
guys.
about the Rocky guy,
I think I don't know. I just
Sage
know,
Northcutt.
Oh yeah, it was Sage. we
Northcutt.
actually had a funny experience with Sage, but that's another story.
I saw you got a picture with him.
Yeah, he's wild.
Dude.
He's wild.
He's wild. That's all we'll say.
Now, hey, I'm excited for. I'd love to watch Sage Northcutt fight, though. It's
Yeah.
always exciting.
And he's still young. He's
Yeah.
still developing.
He's a million
Over there with
crazy.
what is it? Team Alpha Male.
Yeah.
We,
What do y'all think about that choice for him to go to Team Alpha Male? What do you think about that?
Sage is an interesting dude. We met him down there at the Humble Civic Center. Sage is an interesting dude. That's all I can say.
Was he like?
Can you drop one story allegedly? We will say it happened allegedly.
He's just wired up, man. That's all I can really say. He's like,
Yeah, I mean, I follow him on Instagram, so he's like, you're like, is this dude for real?
Hold on.
Is he for real? Like,
Hold on. Wired up like a Diaz brother or wired up like Marion Barry, the former mayor of Washington, D.C.?
no comment.
Okay.
No comment.
I
Let's
was
actually
like-
go and break into the UFC 229 card.
All right.
Let's go and go the undercard though.
Okay,
is what
yeah,
we're gonna
sorry.
start,
Sorry,
up,
I'm sorry.
and we're gonna build up to
I
that.
got hyped up.
Yeah,
I got
we
hyped
can't
up.
give them the best and then
Okay,
go
okay.
all the way to the
Yeah,
bottom.
don't
Yeah.
blow your load in 5 seconds.
Yeah. Calm down, Leighton.
We're gonna go
Late
Ryan
response.
LaFleur. He's 14-2 against Tony Martin, who's 13-4 at 170 welterweight.
We doing predictions?
Yes,
Yeah.
we're doing predictions.
I'm gonna go Tony Martin.
Tony Martin. I'm a second that Tony Martin.
I'm going Ryan LaFleur.
Alrighty, you got any reasoning?
I like
This
his
is just
name.
the undercard, so it really don't matter until
I like
a
his
little
name.
further.
I like LaFleur. That's a cool name.
I like that too.
They matter too, Joe.
I'm going a little with the age side. Tony Martin's up and comer.
Yep, that's what I was thinking too. Younger, colder, like cold. Like
Mhm.
it's not.
Like the Iceman.
Here's a nice one though. Both of them are old veterans in the game.
Mm.
Gray Maynard against Nick Lentz. Gray Maynard's 13-6-1, won no contest. He had a huge rivalry with Frankie Edgar. They had some nice little wars.
Yes.
Yes.
What was he, a runner-up for Ultimate Fighter or something?
I believe so.
So if you remember, well, yes, but do you remember the fight between him and Rob Emerson? They knocked each other both out.
Yes.
You can look that up.
Yep.
Yeah.
But Nick Lentz, 28-9-2, won no contest at 155. I think he's, 34?
He's getting up
And
there.
Gray Maynard's 39? Was that right? I don't know. But one they're both NCAA Division I wrestlers from college. They both have a huge background. Gray Maynard's veteran in the game. When he thought about quitting wrestling in college or whatever, BJ Penn actually called him in to help him with one of his fights, which actually got him into the whole world of MMA. And he ended up becoming a student of Randy Couture, so fighting under him. But Nick Lentz,
Was it for the Matt Hughes fight?
I can't remember. I
Could
think it
be.
might have been.
Because he's a wrestler,
It was-
big wrestler.
This was way back in 2000s, early 2000s, I believe.
That would make sense, though.
Yeah.
I mean, because Gray Maynard's a big wrestler. Matt Hughes is a big wrestler.
Gray Maynard's actually been training in Rio de Janeiro, and he's got a blue belt currently.
Really?
Right.
Brazilian
Currently.
nuts.
Well, he went. He went to train and help Jose Aldo when Jose Aldo was fighting Chad Mendez.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
So it was a 145er. So he brought in.
We'll bring
Gray-
back up Chad Mendez later, too, because of what happened with Connor, too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we can just ask who helped Aldo with the Connor fight, because whoever helped him, they might need to find a new job.
Oh yeah, they might
Tank
not have a
Abbott.
job.
Tank Abbott.
Tank
Just go in
Abbott.
there throwing.
Oh, man, but if you were on the other side of Connor, you would want to hit him like you would. You know,
Mhm.
you can't. I mean, because the Russians, luckily, Khabib's cold. They're just Russians. They're just blank. I mean, that's it. Like,
Well,
you know?
Fedor won most of his fights in his prime because everyone was just afraid of him. He just no emotion, walked out there, looked boring,
Yeah, but
killed
he had
someone.
the skill set.
But
He had the
Fedor was
skill
cold.
set.
Fedor
Yeah.
was
Cold.
cold.
That's
though.
what I'm
Knock
saying.
you
That's
out.
what I'm saying.
But he with everything though. Wrestling, he'll take you down. Jiu-jitsu, he'll tap you out quick, and he will knock you out
Big
Mhm.
time.
cold.
Let's get back to this undercard.
Sorry, go
Gray
ahead.
Maynard against Nick Lentz. I'm going to go Nick Lentz. His background, he trained in a testosterone-filled gym. Testosterone-filled. Possibly steroids. You might want to check
Brock
him, actually.
Lesnar's gym.
Yes, Brock Lesnar. Sean Shirt. The muscle shark, if you didn't know who he
I
was.
love Sean Shirt.
Yes.
I love Sean Shirt.
He all in the same gym. He came up in that.
I'm,
NCAA Division I wrestler, like I said before. I'm going Nick Lentz in this fight.
I'm going Nick Lentz. I just think that Nick Lentz has a little bit better hands.
I
Yes.
agree.
I think Gray Maynard's got more power, but I don't know if he's still got the same speed. But I mean, even maybe lost a little bit. I don't know. I'm not saying he lost.
I haven't
power,
seen Gray Maynard fight in a long time.
I actually thought he was retired. I was
Yeah.
shocked when I saw the name. I'm not even trying to make a joke. For the first time in my life, I'm not lying. I actually thought he was retired.
But what a career he's had though.
Yeah,
I mean, for real though,
Yeah. Good.
the bully.
Hey,
The bully.
But I go-
rivalry with Frankie Edgar. Even
Yeah.
though
Oh, yeah.
his career dwindled, Frankie Edgar proceeded to actually go and win a championship.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, I got Nick Lentz on that one though. I think.
What about you, Jeffro? Who you got?
I got Nick Lentz for pretty much the same thing. He's got better accuracy, striking. So I'm going to go with Nick Lentz. I just think Gray been hit too many times. It's time to call it.
I think he has one more rodeo in him.
One more rodeo.
Yeah, one more rodeo in him. I'm gonna go with Maynard on
Gray.
that one.
You need to fix your mic.
Yeah.
Our producer's mic's messing up. I'm gonna go to the next bout. Jeff, you're gonna start this off.
Sure.
We're gonna go with Lena, the Elbow Queen
That-
Landsberg,
yes.
or are you gonna go with Foxiana?
I would love to go with Foxiana, but I'm actually going to go the Elbow Queen. I like her takedown. I like that she can maul somebody, and I just think she's going to get Yana on the ground, and I think she's going to win this fight.
Interesting.
Thank you.
She's actually got a prolific Muay Thai career behind her. I figured she'd probably try and get in the clinch or something.
She's crazy to me. I mean, when she got beat by, I think the first fight in the UFC wasn't Lena's first fight in the UFC with Cyborg.
No. That was Yana.
Okay, no. Yana's was the first two, but I don't know. I think the Lena girl, she lost her first
She
fight. but
just
she was
recently
all
lost
banged
to
up on her
Aspen
first
Ladd.
fight, but she's like
Yeah.
smiling after she lost. She's just like, no
Yeah.
big deal. Like this
Right.
is nothing. Like if you're getting beat up in a fight and you're smiling, you're
Right.
crazy. I mean but I'm gonna have to go with since you guys are going Lena, I'm gonna go with Yana. So hopefully she recovering. She's probably hungry because she lost her last fight.
I'm definitely going with Foxiana.
They fight at
She actually
139?
quit back in, what was it, 2000s, early 2000s as well.
Mm-hmm.
And she became a coach, and she retired as a fighter, and then she came back and became Invicta's champ, had a big rivalry with Tanya Evinger. They had 3 fights together. She came in the UFC. Her first fight was against Cyborg, of all people,
Wow.
on a short notice.
Welcome to UFC.
Yeah, I'm
On
going
a
with
short notice.
Foxiana.
Foxiana. Okay.
Jeff, you going Yana too? You already
No.
said it. No,
I'm going Lena.
Elbow Queen.
Elbow
Ooh.
Queen.
Mark it, folks. Mark it. All right, well, we're going to move on to Scott Hot Sauce Holtzman,
Damn right.
who's 11-2, or Alan Patrick, who's 15-1. I think they call him Nougat. He actually began in 2008.
He's
He
been in
racked-
the game for a long time, huh?
Yeah, he racked up
Nice.
12 wins before he got his first loss in 2015.
Which was in the UFC, right?
Yes. But from his whole career, 2008 to 2015, he hadn't lost. He's 15. Where is he? He's 15-1.
That's a hard one. Isn't Scott Holtzman from rather Arizona or Houston?
Ooh,
I don't know.
I don't recall, actually. Hold on. Producer, check it out.
I think.
All right.
I think he's very athletic, and he can get this fight to the ground. And so I'm going to go hot sauce here.
Yeah, I'm going Scott Hot Sauce. He just signed a new 4-year deal. This is his first fight on the contract. Alan Page got a prolific knockout experience, actually, but I think Scott's
Alan
got the
Patrick?
skill set. Yeah, Alan Patrick.
Okay. I didn't know there was another fighter.
It's a pretty close. I mean, if you look 11-2 and 15-1, I mean, that looks like it's going to be a good fight.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So I'm going to go. I just like Scott's name, Hot Sauce. I mean,
I know, right?
He's from Tennessee.
He's
okay.
from Tennessee, our producer says.
I wonder if I swear I've
God,
seen him
Tennessee?
at Team Took though. I swear I've seen him at Team Took. I'd have to ask Cody on that though, but
Who's Scott Hot Sauce?
yeah,
He's
Hot
a
Sauce?
brown belt.
Team Tuki.
Team Took.
Well, we all, what is it, unanimous? We all got Scott.
We all got the hot sauce,
Because of
Joe.
the-
Hot Sauce.
Mm-hmm.
All right, moving on. We got Aspen Ladd, who actually just beat the Elbow Queen, Lena, and we've got her facing off against Tanya Evinger, who's had the rivalry against Foxiana, and who also has the same exact stat line where her first fight in the UFC was on short notice against Cyborg.
Welcome to the UFC.
Yeah.
I would not want to be welcome to the UFC to that fight.
It's true.
A reminder,
No.
Tanya has 2 wins over Foxiana. Foxiana has 1 win over her, and then Invicta.
Oh, wow.
Oh, and also Evinger fought at 145,
Yes.
not 135, against Cyborg, who is
Yeah.
I don't know how.
You ever
she's
see
huge.
Cyborg's husband? He's
Yes.
scary looking.
X. I think it was
yeah,
X-husband.
X. That dude just looks like
His
you don't
name's
want to
Cyborg.
run into him.
Yeah.
You don't want to
Cyborg.
run into that guy in like an alleyway at night.
Well, he got beat up a lot.
He did, but for you mere
He
mortals.
got his skull cracked in.
yes,
by,
he did.
Yeah.
by MVP, Michael Venom Page.
Who do y'all have on that?
I'm gonna have to go with Tanya, just because of the whole last fight she had. She fought Cyborg, so I'm sure she's feeling on top of the world that she's not fighting Cyborg, and she's fighting somebody normal. Although this girl she's fighting, I have no idea who this girl is, but she's 6-0.
Yeah,
I mean,
she seems like
Tanya's
the real
got 19
deal.
fights though, but I mean, so
Yeah, she definitely has the experience. She's been champ. She knows how the game goes.
That's why I'm going Evinger.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree. I'm going Tanya Evinger as well. Even though this Aspen Ladd, let's see what she's got.
Yeah, she's local too though. Tanya's from Houston. Tanya's down here.
Jeff, who you got?
I've got Aspen Ladd. I think she's on her way up.
What is that? What weight class? Let's see.
That is 135.
135. Actually, that's a new one. That's a Cyborg's, ain't it?
She's
Cyborg's
145.
Oh, okay. No,
Beast.
That's the new one.
She walks around like 185 or something like that.
Wait, what's the
Something
new one?
crazy.
What's the new one that's vacant
Insane.
right now? Featherweight.
125?
125 Valentina.
Yeah. Okay.
I love her too.
I love Misha too.
She's
The next
I was talking about, like
bout-
she's a beast, but
What's his
yeah.
name? Vicente
Luque?
Luque versus Jalen
He
Turner.
Hey, he is sick.
Luque's 13-6-1. Jalen Turner's 7-3. They're fighting at welterweight 170.
Don't pay attention to that record though. 13-6. That dude is bad.
Yeah.
The Vicente.
Yeah. Here's another thing. That Jalen Turner dude, his stat line seems pretty bad. Jeff, you wanna go ahead and get it up?
Doing my research on him, he has a 100% takedown accuracy. If he wants to take down, he can get it. And most people say, if you're coming into MMA, it's great to have that wrestling base as your first thing. So this could be a dangerous fight for Vicente. 13-6, that's good. But Jalen is he's just a mauler. He can get you down. If he wants this fight on the ground, he can take it there.
So it's classic striker versus grappler.
Yes, but here's the thing that impresses me the most about Jalen Turner. 100% takedown accuracy, but he's got the 4-inch reach advantage over Vicente, and he's averaging 13 punches per minute
Wow.
in his fights.
That's amazing.
That's almost mollywopping.
You got to wonder, Vicente can win this fight, but sometimes strikers get afraid to just throw anything
Yes.
against a wrestler because they're so
Yes.
afraid to get taken
Take it
down.
down, yeah.
And then it's going to happen. I'm like, just throw something, dude.
But Jalen's
Yeah.
obviously
Yeah.
showed that he's ain't afraid to go to the ground with his 100% takedown accuracy.
No, he's not. He'll get on you.
I'm
and
going
pound.
Jalen Turner for this fight.
I'm gonna go Vicente.
Well, you're wrong.
Left hook. We'll see.
Yeah,
I'm always about.
we're
I'm
gonna-
always about the underdog. So
we're gonna
always
we're gonna keep track. We'll,
Yeah,
we'll
we're
bring
keeping
this
track.
back.
That's
bring back the recap.
right.
All right, for the next fight, we're gonna go. It's one of the, what is it, like 5th or 6th UFC history where a brother has fought in the same card.
I believe so, Joe.
Don't quote us on that exactly, but if it is right, then you can go ahead and quote us.
Yeah.
We're gonna go with Baby Pettis, even though if it was me, I probably wouldn't be called Baby Pettis.
Yeah.
His other nickname is the Phenom. We're gonna go with Sergio Pettis, who is 17-3 versus, what is it, Yessier Formija?
Jussier Formiga?
21-5 at 125. The best thing about 125 is these little guys love to throw hands.
That's one of my favorite classes to watch.
It's like
my
watching
favorite.
two anorexic chicks fighting.
I have Pettis though. I have Pettis.
Big time.
I have Pettis too. Jussier has a better takedown, but Sergey, I believe his takedown defense is about on the same level as far as percentages go. So I definitely have Sergey.
Yeah, I got.
Sergio's.
Yeah.
But the hands on Pettis and the feet on Pettis is gonna be the he's gonna keep the distance with that. I think.
That's what I was about to say.
I was just.
I'm kidding.
You
I'm
just,
kidding.
you just read my mind.
That's
I'm
it.
kidding.
That's it.
All right. Well, we all got a unanimous Sergio Pettis on that
Dang
one.
right.
I'm gonna give a shout out right now to my wife. She's saying hi. Hey, baby, love you, and my mother-in-law.
Hey,
Love you, Share Bear.
nice to
Welcome-
have you,
welcome
Share
in.
Bear.
Welcome.
Do you know Angel? Because he tunes into like everything.
Yeah.
Well, what's
Military
up,
buddy.
Angel?
Shout out, Angel. Anna. Hello, gorgeous.
Shout
Shout
out.
outs.
Shout out.
Shout out.
Shout out to all the mashed potato
yeah, so
fans, millions.
All
For the
day.
next fight, we've got Karate Hate,
Hate.
who's 15-6. She's fighting Felice Herring, 14-7. They're fighting at 115. Felice Herring just coming off of a controversial little interview.
Oh,
Because of Connor.
Oh, well, she's saying what, Connor's a piece of shit or something?
Oh yeah, she does not. She does not.
what did he do exactly that she's upset about?
Yep.
Oh, she was upset at the bus thing, and she said his minions or something like that.
Honestly, that's loyalty. He heard his training partner / buddy was being bullied
Artem?
by Khabib
Hey, well, Khabib
in
was
the
talking-
hotel. And so
Khabib
what
was-
he did,
yeah.
he flew over from Ireland all the way over to find them in the fucking parking lot.
Well, that's what
That's
the,
loyalty.
That's what the script said to do.
Is
Oh yeah, the script told him to go to jail and get sued.
But
Yeah.
but do you guys really not? Okay, so I'm curious though. Do you guys believe that's an inside job or not?
What
No.
do you mean?
Not by the UFC. Oh, well, here's I'm gonna give you my take on it. Okay, so I believe not that it's an inside job of the UFC, but I think it's a brilliant move, a strategic move on Connor's case. Do that, okay? Because think about it like this: you're saying like, yeah, he would go there to get sued. Okay, Connor's gonna make, they say, $50 million on this fight. Okay, so if Connor did that, of course, sticking up for his teammate, but what I believe is that he did it as a hype move to build that fight up. Because if he gets sued, he gets in trouble. He's waiting either way. He's rich. He's gonna go. He didn't even go to. I mean, he got bail. He wasn't in jail, but he had to pay that money. But if it's like investing. He got penalized $2-3 million, whatever it was, to make $50 million. Would you do it?
Yeah.
Would you build that? Would you like? Oh, okay. I'm gonna go freak out.
Of course, but the whole thing with his training partner or whatever, that was more of a he felt he was a traitor because he was Russian / something else, and he went and trained in Ireland. That's more of that kind of thing.
You know, going on your point.
Well, they're prideful.
Going
Yes,
on your
very
point.
much so.
I mean, Connor, with all the money he made just from the Mayweather fight, it's not like, you know, first off, who he is, he's gonna get off with a slap on the wrist because we love our stars, we love our celebrities. That's why, like that drunk teen girl, I can't think of her name, but she got like 13 drunk drivings and she never got sent to prison about it. And plus, with all that money, he's got the best lawyers. He can get out of it. And I think Connor, despite all the antics, he's just smart. Like, he knows what's going on.
Sets it up. There's a reason. I believe there's a reason why he did it.
I'm back, dude.
Hey,
Yeah.
technical difficulties
Clayton is
fixed.
back.
Yeah. Anyways, about the Connor and Khabib, I get what you're saying, and it makes perfect sense. And these other fighters should, in my opinion, should jump on to what Connor's doing. He's bringing money to the UFC. He's marketing. Yeah, he's acting an ass and being crazy. Me personally, I love it. Dude, he's bringing money. These fighters don't get paid like what people get paid. You know, those guys in the WWE make way more money than, you know, these fighters.
Oh yeah,
And-
Cyborg's gonna go over and fight Ronda in the WWE.
Yeah,
because she's gonna make
get paid.
millions.
That
She's gonna get
payday.
paid.
That's why Connor fought
Ooh.
Floyd. You know, and why boxing has all that money, but UFC was way more entertaining. People rather watch the fights. So he's just trying to bring that money, and these other fighters, they need to jump on board, in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Well, all
definitely.
the weigh-ins tonight, everyone was hyped.
Yeah.
Everybody was hyped. So it needs to be like that 24/7 with everybody. I mean, I understand there's different strategic.
Speaking on that, when we had Juan Kraken Adams, I asked him what he preferred. My age, I watched it kind of from its inception. The Hoist Gracie, no rules, no holds barred, and you had there seemed to have been a point, and maybe it became Tito Ortiz was the first showman. Do you like the old school fighter who I go in there, I win, I go in there again, I win, I want a title shot? Or do you like the more newer fighters where it's like they've got to market themselves to? I mean, you see Nate Diaz he's lost like 3 fights, but he's getting the money.
3
fights.
out of his last 6.
So do you like the old school approach, like this guy's a great fighter, he deserves a chance, or do you like you know what, that guy's just so pumped and he's hyped and he's using his brand, So which do you prefer?
No, I believe you got to earn it. I believe there should be like for instance, Brian Ortega with Max Holloway. He's undefeated. No one's beat him. So he's worked his way up, and that guy didn't do the nearly as much as Conor McGregor did, rising up to his top to 145.
Right.
Well, his
But he's
stardom
beat
really
everybody.
came because he did the undoable and stopped Frankie Edgar.
That's
Actually
when it was
stopped him.
Well, that was like game
Elbow?
time. Everyone's like
Yes.
Brian Ortega because Frankie Edgar's never been. That was but guys, that was a left-handed elbow. That was not right.
Yep.
That was a left elbow. That was him coming in like a jab and coming across and caught him. And Frankie did his signature thing though, where he skips his feet backwards. Like you're like, oh God, Frankie again, come on.
I can do left elbows,
But then he got caught with that vicious uppercut though. Oh my gosh.
But that's because I'm left-handed.
Woo.
We're gonna get back to the UFC 229 card. We're almost finished with
we
it.
were on Felice and Felice and Michelle.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I went. We all went karate hottie, I believe.
I went karate hottie.
You're just thinking about karate hottie. But I'm gonna go karate hottie.
I'm gonna go karate hottie because I just don't like Felice Herrig.
Yeah, I figured that.
She used to
I met her at the
Felice?
UFC Fan Expo.
Felice.
Yeah.
Was she acting like a slut?
No.
No. Well, she has. There's some video on her.
No. Hey,
There's
wifey.
There's some video of her like this street magician in Vegas gets her to take off her clothes. And you're like, and it's like, I'm like, what the hell? I don't know if UFC tried to get that barred or not, but but it seems like she's starting to take the fight game more serious. So.
Yeah. Well, she always marketed herself back in the day by wearing thongs to the
Yeah.
weigh-ins, and that was just always what she did.
Clayton?
She was just doing what Connor was doing,
Marketing
They got-
herself.
Marketing
You
themselves.
got to get the money, man.
Would you
They
not do
got
this?
my
Would
butt.
you not do the same thing though?
I show my butt off all
Mashed
the time.
potatoes used to.
Mashed potatoes.
Mankinis
Yeah,
away in.
that's how he shows up to his way in.
Mankinis. That's
I mean,
right.
you guys don't even want to know the song I was going to come out to one fight. I don't know if I can say it on air.
Sweet Caroline?
No.
Oh, okay.
I want to keep it rated good.
PG-13. All right.
Next on the card would be Derek Lewis, but we already
Oh.
determined that one.
Alexander's going to knock him out.
No, we did that earlier. I don't think we did that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But we
already,
gave our
already determined
prediction.
this one.
You don't mess
so
with a
next
Russian
is
tap.
the OSP fight versus
Lord, Joe.
Dominic Reyes, who is 9-0.
Ooh.
OSP is 23-11. They're fighting at 205 light heavyweight.
Okay.
Who you got in this one?
I'm-
The
I'm-
Young Buck or OSP?
I'm going to go with the Young Buck. I'm going to go with the undefeated Young Buck.
I'm gonna go with OSP. I think he's gonna put the hands on him.
Okay, I'm definitely going with the Young Buck. He's up and coming, and I like what he's got going on right now. I don't see his streak ending until about until he gets about ranked 4 or 5 in the whole UFC.
Sometimes that undefeated record's good. It's that confidence.
Yeah.
OSP's.
I just don't see OSP beating him, not with what he's bringing to the table.
OSP sometimes hesitates. And he's
Yeah.
got that great arm length, and he just hesitates in some fights. I guess he comes in and goes Nagano. He just doesn't throw. And like Rory McDonald, he was out there. So I'm going Dominic Reyes also because, he's just right. He's just hot right now as far as, his fighting.
I was disappointed when OSP fought Jones. I thought OSP was going to bring it a
Yeah.
lot more than he did. It was
Yeah.
just
They
like
didn't. Yeah.
He could have been shell shocked though. Who fights John Jones on short notice? And
All right.
I'd be shell shocked too.
John Jones is always amped up and ready.
Oh,
Okay.
oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
he's
right.
amped up.
And
Yeah.
Conor McGregor found John Joe's stash on that first interview he introduced his
conference?
press conference.
Yeah. Prop at 12. It's like a
That guy
Proper
was
12.
yeah.
Proper 12.
that guy was wired. And don't forget to check. He's giving this away on his Facebook page, which is Reagan and Mitchell Roofing, correct?
yes.
So
Yeah.
you got to follow the directions, but please go on there. You got to like his page.
Yeah, like and follow the business page,
Mm-hmm.
and then go. And then there's a video in the comments that all you got to do is post that video as your video on Facebook and tag me and 2 people, and that's it.
That's all
You
you
get an
gotta do.
opportunity to get a bottle. I'll personally bring it to you myself. Just introduce
There you
myself
go.
as well. If I don't know you. Yeah, yeah.
You can't
He's-
you
yeah,
can't
yeah.
match
You
that
can do it, yeah,
customer
go ahead,
service.
go ahead.
Yeah.
Cannot match it.
Definitely.
All right, we're gonna move on to the co-main event of this whole event. UFC 229, Khabib and McGregor. Co-main event, the Boogeyman,
Yeah.
Tony Ferguson, 23-3, against Showtime Pettis. Again, it's like what, the 6th or 7th, something like that, fight in UFC history where brothers have on the same card fighting.
Yeah,
Yes,
somewhere around there.
yes. He actually said in an interview though he before he would never fight on the same
Yeah.
card as his brother.
The
I think,
Diaz
I think
brothers,
that's more because they want to be in each other's corner,
yeah,
but
the Diaz brothers have said that too. They don't want to fight on the same card.
Well, and I get that too with being on the same like one a corner because I fought in the same card as Brian did, and I was there like a couple fights before mine, but I was screaming and yelling and I used all my energy and I lost my voice
Wow.
before I fought. So like I was like had my mouthpiece in. I was like, I need some more water. Like, my throat was all dry. It's bad. It's bad.
Plus-
No, so
did you get the dub?
I got the dub.
All right,
I got
all
that
right,
second
all right.
round verbal
Plus,
stoppage.
think of it this way. If, like, brothers fought on the same car and they both lost, they have to get in the back of that car driving home. It's just real quiet and uncomfortable.
Yeah, or one wins, one loses. I mean, that would be a like or like your what is it? Sergio loses, and then Anthony Pettis has to like see his brother like devastated, or like what if it's a devastating knockout and he's like, ugh.
He just laughing. Ha ha! I won. You lost. Because they're brothers. He pick on him. Your baby Pettis.
That's a hard pick though. This match is a hard pick. And the reason why I say that for me is because Anthony Pettis has struggled against wrestlers, and I'm not saying that Tony Ferguson is a straight wrestler, but if there's any scramble on the ground, you know Tony Ferguson is going to wrap that neck up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, with that Darce choke.
The Boogeyman. Honestly, if you look at straight highlights, Showtime looks like he would have the advantage, but Tony Ferguson is just fluid with his stand-up. He's not – Conor's a whole nother level, but at finding openings, Tony Ferguson can do that. He likes to parry a lot of things, and his counters are phenomenal. Not only that, but his wrestling base is pretty strong,
Yes,
and he'll get you in a submission.
Darce. He
The
goes for
Darce.
that Darce. I mean, he's all about it. Yeah, he's got full round. To me, honestly, I think I'm going to go Tony Ferguson on this one. I think consistency is the key on this one because Anthony Pettis, although he looked good in his last fight, I think that Tony Ferguson's just he's got the full package. That's,
Oh, yeah.
Well, I think
So, and I want Anthony Pettis to do a Showtime kick or something. I want Anthony Pettis to win. I just think that Tony Ferguson is going to take it for some reason.
this is one of those fights where you just like both guys. You just it's like I want them to can they both win, you know?
Have you
'Cause-
seen Anthony Pettis train? Like, it just does not look like anybody else I've ever seen train.
Yeah, he overtrains.
Well, I mean, like
Which is such thing.
his fluidity with just different shots and his creativity, like
Mhm.
it's unique. So he's getting back. He was saying there he's getting back to focusing on what made him good which was his crazy striking and his jiu-jitsu off of his back.
Yeah.
So
Wasn't he lighter though? This
No.
might actually be. Was it
No,
155?
he began at 155. He started cutting down at 145 and started losing some fights. And he said it
Yeah.
was depleting his body. That's when he lost to Max Holloway.
Oh yeah.
Whose characteristics are kind of similar to Tony, but Tony's better.
Just bigger.
bigger.
Well,
Yeah.
Tony,
Yeah.
looking
Yes,
up.
You're right though. Long, lanky guy. And then they're gonna bring on. I mean, the Darce choke, which will be different. I mean, although Max Holloway does have submissions though, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think that if it gets crazy in there, I think that Tony Ferguson that's an advantage for Tony Ferguson.
Ferguson has the better percentage of landing strikes, so he's more accurate, more precise, and I think a precise striker is always going to win because you can have all the power you want, but if you're not hitting it, who cares? You're just throwing, and then some guy hits you spot on. It's kind of like the Brock Lesnar Cain Velasquez fight. One, Cain Velasquez hits hard, but secondly, it just, Cain Velasquez just like hit him like in 4 different places on his left cheek that you saw damage. So, are we having technical difficulties? All right.
I would love to see Connor back.
Are we still alive?
I mean, not Connor back. I mean, I would love to see Kane back.
Oh, okay.
All the smoke. I would love to see Kane back. I wish he wouldn't have got hurt. We could have seen what he could have really done because Kane was a beast.
He was a great fighter. Good guy too.
Beast. Yeah, great guy.
He wasn't one of those guys like when he lost to
He lost to Purdue.
No, I'm the guy with Gigano.
Oh, Junior Dos Santos.
Yes, thank you.
The first fight.
Like
the very first one.
he was on the ground. He got knocked out, and he's on the ground, and he's on one knee, and he asked the ref what happened, and the ref told him, and like a true man, not like these fighters who whine when they lose or whatever, he said, you saw him say, that's a good stop. Giving the ref, hey, that's a good stop.
Yeah.
And he accepted it. And I got all the respect in the world for a fighter like that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Tony Ferguson lands more strikes. He lands more strikes. He's more accurate. And so that's why I'm going to go with Tony Ferguson against Anthony Pettis. But either one of these guys, I would love to win.
Who do you want to win, though?
In my heart, Anthony Pettis.
And the reason why I say that is to set up matches for the future of the 155 lightweight belt.
Not me. I'm going Tony Ferguson. I really want him to win. I
Well,
want him to follow through with all the smack talk that him and I'm hoping
Khabib?
Connor goes more than anything because he hit him up every morning. Every morning he would wake up Connor with a defend or vacate message every morning throughout that whole fiasco of him dodging, quote unquote.
Well, he asked me who did I want to win. I thought I went. I'm going Tony Ferguson, but my heart wants Anthony Pettis to win. But I'm going Tony
really
Ferguson.
Like Anthony Pettis. I really do like Anthony Pettis.
I did
a lot.
too.
But no, but Tony Ferguson's he's a beast. I mean, you can't deny him.
I think he can give Connor problems because they both got a long reach, and Tony's just so well rounded.
I don't know. It might be debatable, but I think his jiu-jitsu would catch him more than Nate Diaz did.
Yeah. Hey, that's that's actually a fight I'd like to see too, though. Tony Ferguson versus Nate Diaz.
Yeah,
Would that not be a matchup?
that would be a great matchup.
What about Dustin? What about? Oh well.
We'll get to that.
Yeah.
That's up. We're gonna move on to the main event, though.
Oh, okay. Can I do it real quick?
Yeah, hold
Sure.
on. If a producer gets caught up,
Okay.
Oh.
the main event, go for it.
Oh, you
Epic roofing guy.
The Notorious Conor McGregor.
We got Khabib,
Proper 12 could be
26-0. Is he going to be 27-0 at the end of this
Man, this is a scary fight.
against
It is
Conor
a
McGregor,
scary
21-3
Would you
at 155?
Would both you guys admit if I just want this question for both you guys. If Khabib gets Conor on the ground, is it over? Is he going to maul him? That's the question floating out
okay.
there.
All right. If Khabib gets him down,
What do y'all both think? If he gets him on the ground, is this fight going to be over?
I think if he does it for 2 rounds in a row, it could be over.
Here we go with Khabib.
Mm-hmm.
The longer the fight goes, the better chance he has.
Yeah.
Honestly,
That's a good take.
I think
he's going to try and take down Conor. And if I see Conor, if it's going Khabib's way, I see Khabib's going to leg triangle him and wrist ride him into a TKO submission. That's what I see. If it goes Khabib's way, he's got demoralizing ground and pound, and I guarantee you that those elbows hit way harder than that Stockton slap that dropped Conor.
That is 100. Hey, folks, what's going on?
Okay, so but the deal is for me personally,
This is going Khabib's way.
I don't think.
What does Khabib need to do to win this fight?
What does Khabib need to do?
Yes.
He needs to hold on.
Do you think he's got a
But
Randy Couture him, just push him up against the fence and lean on him, and just win by control?
octagon control.
Just get him in that wrist lock and that same position that he always gets all of his fighters in.
He gets
same position.
That
He
weird
does the same-
crucifix where he punches the guy through his legs.
He holds front on the other side of the hip and then I don't.
He gets that leg triangle on him and puts that weight on him.
Mhm.
Wrist rides him and throws uppercuts.
The reason why I think it's a perfect fight is because both of them have never fought anybody like each other. Ever.
When he first started in the UFC, I actually texted Dynasty Wise Clay telling him that if there was somebody in the UFC that stylistically, Khabib is the number one trouble for Conor.
Yeah.
Not only that, he actually holds the UFC record for, 21 takedowns out of 27 attempts in one fight.
I think it's 22, right? Or is it 21? 22?
In one fight.
Was that versus Abel?
That was, I think, his second fight.
Abel Trujillo? Against Abel. You can see the highlights on it. It's insane.
He's just throwing him all
Oh
kinds
my
of
God.
suplex and everything.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Like old Dan
Sweeps.
Severn.
My thing is though is that getting Conor down. I'm not saying that it's going to be a problem for Khabib at first. I just think that I think Conor's a lot more elusive than anybody he's fought. I don't think Khabib's fought anybody like Conor.
Well, a fight, maybe Conor's worked on it, but, first off, Joe's 1,000% correct. That elbow's going to be a whole lot harder than that Stockton slap. But Chad Mendez got Conor on the ground a few times and cut his eye with a vicious elbow. I don't know how that fight's been years, so maybe Conor's worked on it because Eddie Alvarez tries, but I don't think Eddie Alvarez was all there because he just got knocked around. So, as far as I'm going to say Conor because, again, precise striker. If he gets him, I saw Michael Johnson. I've seen a couple guys rock Khabib, and Conor's just on a different level striking. So, I kind of want to see it go to the ground just for the hell of it and him survive around, and then he comes out and knocks him just so we could see him. Okay, he's on the ground. Let's see what he can do. But I'm going Conor.
Yeah, you said it perfectly. Every fight starts at the feet. Conor's obviously the best.
Mhm.
He's the most dominant. He's at exposing openings in his opponents. He's probably the number one guy in all of UFC, pound for pound.
Mm-hmm.
The perfect thing was Mendez was a perfect example. Actually, Frankie Edgar couldn't get that or duplicate that same game plan, but Mendez, when he had him down on the ground, he was actually punishing Conor pretty badly.
Oh yeah.
And Conor was looking like he was getting winded from being dominated so strongly on the ground. And the difference between Mendez and Khabib, I think, is going to be a whole nother level because Khabib likes to implement those elbows and everything into his game plan, and he doesn't like to pass guard and stuff. He likes to sit there and just punish you.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be so brutal. It really would.
He's not a lay and pray guy. He is not a lay and pray guy. He is going to work when he's on the ground.
Yeah, I really would have loved to see Chad on a full camp, though. I would have loved to see Chad on a full camp because him versus Aldo, that was a sick fight. Their second fight was a sick fight. He did have amazing cardio in that fight. He went the whole time. So I would have loved to see.
I'm actually glad you brought up Aldo because I have a feeling, and I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that he's treating this fight the similar way that he treated that Aldo fight. And he's coming in with the game plan, and he implemented it to a T, and it's a similar outcome that Aldo, and it's going to be Khabib slept.
I would.
Oh.
I'm going to be taking a lot of shots of proper 12. If Conor sleeps, I'll be taking a couple shots of proper 12 either way. But
it's worth 22 now. He loses, it goes down to 8.
It's going to go if Conor sleeps, Khabib, it's going to go wild wherever.
Yeah,
it's going to be crazy.
It's like half the nation of Ireland comes over to his fights, man.
Yeah. They said they had a magnitude like the decibel of how loud it was when he fought. I think it was Diego Brandao in Boston, and they said it was louder than a rock concert. Like the amount of the loudness, how loud it was.
Oh, Boston, yeah.
At the weigh-ins, it actually seemed like his fans were taking over, but Mr. Steal the Show actually stole the show again at the weigh-ins and was taking pictures with fans and everything, and they were chanting his name and everything. Sugar Sean.
Sugar Sean. He's gonna be a rich man.
Sugar suspended.
Yeah.
Sugar suspended.
Yeah. Hey, he's got a new strain coming out.
Oh, whoa.
That's what I'm saying. He's on his business on the background.
So I think we know what he got capped for.
That's what I was thinking. When I saw he got busted. I'm like, well, no, duh. No, I got to figure out what he got
Right.
busted for. But yeah, no. So I'm just gonna go Connor.
Big time.
I'm
I
gonna
think
go
that's a
Connor.
unanimous. We're going Connor. I'm going about
You can't help but to love Connor. I
KO,
don't care what anybody
TKO in the
says.
second round.
Who you got, Clayton?
I got Connor sleeping him in the first.
You got Connor sleeping him in the first?
Yep. I think he's gonna go for that takedown, and Connor's gonna put him to sleep.
I kind of feel that way. Just the accuracy.
Yeah, he's gonna have to take him down because he doesn't want to stand. He's probably gonna eat a couple jabs and a couple shots and realize, oh shit, I gotta get this to the ground, and then he's gonna be rushing and get.
Here's what I've been thinking about too, though. So Connor's last fight obviously was a long time ago, but he only worked on his hands, so his hands have for sure gotten better. And I know he had to train for a 12-round fight. I know that was a long time ago, but I'm sure that his conditioning has gotten better or smarter since he's noticed that there were problems in cardio because he's an explosive fighter. So obviously he uses that explosiveness and that kind of he's not a stamina fighter. So
The talk around the MMA world is Connor, all he has is a left hand. Well, it's a pretty damn good left hand.
When it lands,
Yeah.
it's known.
yeah, but people forget though, like he set up a lot of stuff with Chad Mendez with those he took all the wind out of him with those kicks. If you look at how many kicks he threw to the body, he kept throwing body shits. Yeah, he threw a lot of body shits, body shots. And then also Dennis Seaver, he throws that switch kick. He throws an amazing switch kick, and he has knees. I mean, you saw him working the knees.
He actually hasn't been implementing all those.
The problem with Dennis,
he's only needed
quite a few fights.
I know. You haven't seen those switch kicks or any crazy type of kicks because he's only.
But I feel like he's in this whole game plan. I feel like he's getting those knees timed.
This is-
Takedown wise,
100%. I
he's
agree.
timing those knees. He's adding more strikes into his takedown defense.
this is the problem with Dennis Seaver. That's his actual arm length right there.
I already know. I
You
know.
know?
I know.
But,
I didn't like the matchup when they did it, but
But Dan Henderson has the H-bomb, and I don't think Bisbing, got away from that one fight. So,
that is.
I think it's joke when people are coming out there. And I'm not a Connor nut hugger.
I am.
I mean, that's cool, but
I'm just being honest.
the fans are so divided. If you're going for Connor, you're a nut hugger. If you're going for Khabib, you're you're a nut nut hugger. But I mean, legitimately, you can't just deny that left hand the whole fight. It's just not going to happen. He's going to hit you with it. Unless you're just going to be running.
But he does have multiple tools, though.
I agree.
He has knees. He got those flying kicks. I mean, he's perfect. He's the best at keeping the range and timing.
Exposing openings.
Mm-hmm.
Khabib got rocked by a wild right hand from Michael Johnson. Wild right hand. You're going against the best at exposing openings. He's going to find that left hand.
Also, I mean, if Connor, think about this though. Keep this in mind too. If Connor isn't in shape, 5-round ready for war for 5 rounds, you saw him, Al, in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. I mean, he wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad.
But it's going to be bad if he's constantly trying to get up.
Well,
off
no,
the ground.
yeah. I'm just saying, like, but did you see that how in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th with Al that it was like a more of a stand up? You can't do that with Connor.
No.
He can't do that with Connor.
You're just saying
Connor will pick you apart.
Even the 3rd, 4th, and 5th, I still believe that you still have that power. You're still going to have that power.
You're just saying that because you're a Connor
Not
nut
the
hugger.
same.
That's it.
I am. Look, but realistically, I'm scared for this fight though because I do think that Khabib is stylistically the worst matchup.
Yeah.
Chad Mendez is way smaller than Khabib, and he manhandled Conor McGregor for the first minute or round and a half on Conor. I don't know if that was Conor's plan, just to go in there and get taken down, get up. I don't know what his game plan was, but obviously what he did was working. He was just showing that Chad he's not scared. The game plan worked. It worked.
Connor's not afraid that he wrestled Kazakhstani Bears.
Well, let's wrestle.
Because he's never wrestled an Irish gorilla.
Let's wrestle, kid.
Dagestani Bears, Joe. Dagestani.
Dagestani.
I wonder if Connor's he's got a lot of money. He could probably bring in a bear.
Yeah.
He probably brought in a few bears.
Look for Jackie Moon to be sponsoring this.
Yes.
As soon as he writes the check, he can sponsor this.
Yeah. Okay.
Speaking of sponsors, actually,
Oh.
this is actually brought to you by Dynasty Wise, courtesy of Dynasty Wise LLC.
Thank you.
We're actually getting together with Houston Preeminence, who's showing us on a bigger platform. It's actually all of It's going to be covering all of Houston sports done by Houstonians. Jeff, you want to give a little insight on Houston preeminence?
Sure, sir. Thank you. Houston sports done by Houstonians. Of course, we talk all the smoke shows. Not going to just talk Houston fighters. We'll have those people on, of course, because the Houston fighting scene, pretty good fight scene, and of course our other ones, the baseball chatter show will be about all baseball, and our fantasy football will still be fantasy football. If you're wondering what Dynasty Wise will be doing with Houston Preeminence, we'll still be doing our other thing. But I believe if you sign up right now with Houston Preeminence, if you sign up the Platinum subscription, it's $75, but that $75 is for 2 years. And another thing, which I've said numerous times, I'm going to quit Dynasty Wise and do that because when you sign up for the Platinum membership for $75 in 2 years, you also get a free seat at our Christmas poker party and your chance to win $10,000. And the honors are, we're about to have a drink, but it's $50 a year if you just if you just go 1 year. I believe it's like $5 a month, and if you're at 10, you're at $50, and you still got 2 more months. The 75 is just a brilliant plan. So I would get on, and it's going to be great. We're going to have a ton of shows for you guys. Again, Dynasty Wise will be there. Nothing's going to change from us. So Houston Preeminence, hptx.us. You can find them on Twitter and Facebook. Joe, what are we doing over here?
Getting us a proper 12.
A proper?
That Irish whiskey.
Oh, we are going to try this.
Connor's stuff. This is Connor's secret stash.
I think it says on the bottle after one shot you will develop an Irish accent.
I am Irish.
It says this will help me beat Khabib.
I don't think he needs it, mate.
One.
Clayton, you're doing
The
one?
proper 12.
Give one to Clayton.
Of course I'm doing one. Does a bear shit in the woods?
Oh, I saw a picture the other day. They do.
Polar bears.
They find a tree on the ice, bro.
Yeah. Clayton, here's yours somewhere. I am not a drinker, so I will be sissy drinking this while these real men over here take the shot like a proper man of proper 12, and I'll be over here with my pinky like, oh, guys.
Ever since the incident with mashed potatoes.
Yes, that's
What are we
that's
gonna
true.
cheers?
This is
What
for
are we
your
cheers
safety.
to?
Let's cheers.
What are we gonna cheers to?
Cheers to a good UFC
Connor
12.
Here's
KO?
to Connor breaking Khabib's audible bone.
Here's to great.
Woo!
Here's to great fights.
Yes.
Black Beast.
See, I still got like half.
It's good.
It's definitely whiskey. I feel it going down.
It's warm.
Oh,
The fire.
I can't see.
It burns a little
I
bit.
can't see.
I bet you Connor at the press conference was drunk. Just like
He
all
was-
on proper 12. Just
He
like,
was
proper 12.
he was drunk and on cocaine.
Allegedly.
Yes.
He hasn't been notified by the side of
The
that.
Yeah.
the USDA.
USADA. USDA is Dairy
Yeah.
Association. the US,
Hey, you got to watch out for that.
Hey, do you guys
They'll
still,
get you.
You guys still
They'll
feel the
get you.
warm? Is it still warm for you?
Yes.
A wee bit.
A wee
Like
bit.
Connor was
Speaking
so hot
of-
at that press
speaking of
conference, he was
warm,
like, woo!
Oh yeah, hot. What makes me hot is the card that got canceled.
Wait a minute.
The Bullet Valentine versus Joanna #4 fight.
This
And this
is-
one was actually going to be an MMA fight rather than a Muay Thai bout. Previously, Bullet beat that ass. Mollywopped her twice.
Yep.
But the first one was all right. But Joanna was just getting thrown around. It was obvious that the bigger opponent was more dominant in all three of those outings, and I was really excited for them to fight for that featherweight.
I don't think Bullet would have just. I think Bullet would have made it look bad. She would have made Joanna look bad.
Do you think?
I do. I really do. She's fought Holly Holm. She's fought Amanda Nunes, and I think she beat Amanda Nunes.
Yeah,
Nunes
controversial. That was a controversial fight.
I thought she won.
I
Yeah,
did
she
too.
kind of has that
How about
smile on when she fights, dude.
Yes,
Bullet
she likes
scares
it.
the shit out of me, but
Hey,
I
kicks,
love her
kicks,
so
kicks
much.
wrestling. She's psycho.
She actually trained
Yeah.
at while she was training for some
Tiger Muay
fight
Thai?
at
Yeah.
Houston Muay Thai for a
Yeah,
little
but
while.
She's always down here all the time, so
In
we'll try to
Kima?
bring her in all the smoke one day.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
hang out with her. We hang out.
I'll take her on a date or something.
I won this fight.
That
That sounded pretty good, didn't it?
was
Yeah.
very good.
She kind of reminds me of like Russian Spetsnaz or something, like
Yeah.
special forces or
Yeah.
something. She's
The,
just
the only
scary.
thing I would talk to her about is that dance when after she wins or doesn't. Have you seen that? Like, I'm like, what's going on?
What is
are you
that?
Oh yeah, her little thing. But I don't know. She honestly, Joanna doesn't have the refs to save her like in those Muay Thai fights. In an MMA bout, when she gets thrown or hip tossed like in those previous ones when they go into the clinch,
Yeah.
Joanna got manhandled, and
Yeah.
luckily she had the ref to get back up and
Yeah.
try and throw hands or elbows again. But that whole fight was looking promising for UFC 231. It
I
was
was hyped about that.
that was going to be the co-main event to Brian Ortega and Max Holloway, and that was looking promising. I was really liking it, but
I am
they
too.
scrapped it because Joanna went on a
Vacation?
vacation or something in Italy with her family, and I guess they needed their help to save the other card at UFC 230.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is it? Poirier versus Diaz. Apparently, that's starting to fall out. But
Why?
they're still keeping it together. But I don't. There's a situation going on. They're not happy right now. It's mainly Diaz.
Of course.
Can you just say this so we can get into it? 'Cause I'm like really wanting.
Oh,
to say
yeah.
I'm like really wanting to say my opinion right now, just looking at it.
So the whole fight got scrapped for UFC 231, and when it got announced that Bullet Valentine was pushed to UFC 230, her opponent was announced, and it received a lot of backlash. Joe Rogan as well as Joanna both had said the same thing when they announced who it was. Bullet Valentine is going to be fighting, what is it, Sahara Ebanks?
Yeah.
And both of their reactions were, who?
Both
Who?
both of their reactions was Conor McGregor. Who the fuck is that girl?
No, when I saw that announced, I was like, oh, and they said main. Was that main event?
I think that's co-main event or co-main
I
event.
could have swore it said main.
Because that's going to be on the card with... No, because co-main event is Claudia versus Nina. Although that should take the reign of... Because that's the title fight. That should take the reign.
Well, if you look it up, I'm pretty sure that it's the main. Because I saw a video of a guy saying, I understand they're trying to make the...
There's no way that it's over Poirier and Diaz and Rockhold
reason-
and
the
Weidman.
reason why
Rockhold
they're
and Weidman, I would
know,
see would be the
too,
main.
too. But the reason why is because it's a title fight. That's why they're putting it above.
Yeah,
Dude,
that makes
yeah,
sense.
it's the main event. Joe Rogan
The main
reacts to
event.
UFC 230 main event. I don't
The
even know
main.
who Sarah Ebanks is.
Hey, the
Ebanks.
main.
Yeah.
And the
All right,
reason
that
why
makes
they're
sense.
the reason why they're doing that though is because it's a title fight.
Yep.
But so I don't know, I can't remember what I was watching, but they were saying like, I understand the fact that you're trying to make that fight because it's a title fight, but you can make that the it's not bigger than. It doesn't even matter if Poirier and Diaz is not a title fight.
Sorry. I didn't mean to make that. Let me just put it this way. They're all going to fight. You're going to see them all.
I think if it was Joanna and Bullet, that's a main event.
Bigger
worthy.
brand.
That's a main
event
yeah,
worthy.
bigger
Yeah.
names.
Yes.
But yeah,
I could see that though, because that's an interesting. That's a first time 125 pound belt is in the UFC
Right.
is online. So it's vacant. So
yeah,
now it's
because y'all haven't touched on that yet. How Nico, I guess, can't make. She was scared. She's scared of the Bullet.
who's not
Big
scared of the
time.
bullet? Who's not scared of the bullet? The
Mashed
bullet.
potatoes.
The bullet is a beast. You see what she did to Holly? I mean, like
Holly Holm.
Holly Holm. Holly Holm is huge.
I love Holly Holm. Holly Holm.
I love Chubb.
Is she your home girl?
Yeah.
No, but I mean,
I
she
follow on the Insta.
and she's a lot smaller than those girls. She's a lot smaller. That's not her. It's because they have the weight class
Yeah.
of 115 or 135.
I think
Yeah.
125. She's going to be untouchable in my
I don't-
opinion. I think she's it's going to be the
No
reign
doubt.
of the Bullet Valentine reign of terror.
Of 125, I agree, 100%.
Let me ask you that. Where is Jessica
Maybe
Andrade?
Andrade. Oh,
She
you were
is-
just talking about it.
she
Yeah.
is
She's
a
upset
Maybe
monster.
Andrade.
Yeah.
She's a monster.
Yeah, she is. I don't.
But Joanna beat her, and Joanna can't handle the bullet.
Well, I don't think
That's
she's
just
I was gonna say,
that's
I don't think
UFC
she can beat
math
the
or
Bullet, though.
MMA math for you
the
right
MMA
there.
math doesn't work.
Bullet's too well rounded. I think her overall game, whether it's stand up on the ground, it's not just punches, it's kicks, it's everything she does. She is a
Her
bad.
footwork.
Yeah,
her
she's
footwork.
she's bad mamma
That's
jamma.
but it's because her basis is Muay Thai. Like she's gonna use her distance. And if she fought Andrade, I'm just talking about, going back with like being on Andrade because she's bad. That girl is bad though. She's fighting for the title
Yes,
next probably.
big time.
Yeah.
The Brazilian farmer.
Yeah, I would say Andrade the Beast. She just loads
Those-
up and
Her trap
drops
game.
hammer.
Her trap
I
game.
think-
is-
You know who she reminds me of? She's like Rob Lineker but a woman.
Oh, okay.
Does that not make sense? Like
Yeah.
she's like the one version. So like I think a Bullet would be like a T.J. Dillashaw to Rob Lineker. Just take down, get it, control, some elbows, and just beat up Andrade. Make her look bad.
But
Like T.J. did Lineker.
But I think Jessica has gotten better. I mean, she handled. I think she handled Claudia pretty good, or that was a good fight. And I know she just. I
Yeah.
thought she won that fight.
Yeah.
But she
no,
really handled.
She won that fight.
She did.
Yeah, she
I
won
think
that
she
fight.
did. I just watching her, and she just looks like she's
She
improved.
beat Claudia. She won that fight.
And she just beat not Misha, not Torres,
Tisha.
Carla Esparza.
Oh, that's right.
She just
That's right.
dominated her.
Yeah.
It's like I felt bad. That was another fight where you wanted like a school teacher to come in. Stop that. you know.
That's funny.
Yeah. You know, I fought in Thailand in the Thailand bamboo death pits. I won bamboo.
You versus the bamboo.
I won.
It's like John Claude Van Damme. So.
No, I fought 3 Muay Thai fighters, and I was given the
Mui,
gold.
not Moy, Mui.
Yeah, Muay.
That means you're muy bueno.
Muy
Yep.
bueno.
I don't know how y'all
Es
pronounce
muy
it,
sabroso.
but I was there in
Tacos.
Thailand. I know how to pronounce it right, so it's Muay. But yeah, then they gave me the golden bamboo, and so mashed potatoes went home with bamboo.
Very nice.
Real fight, real story.
All I can say is the women's MMA has gotten so much better.
Oh, I'm
Yes.
excited to see every
Sometimes it's more
woman's
entertaining
fight.
than some of these men
Big
out
time.
there.
Very much so. The women fights are almost
they're-
always awesome.
The main fighters are really good though. I mean, like Rose.
yeah.
Rose is bomb. Joanna
Top
is bomb.
top 10 in every division of the women's is a fire fight.
I mean, Cyborg can fight like in the men. You know, if she wants to.
Well, when's Andy Kaufman coming back to fight
right?
fight women?
You know, Gina Carano really being on CBS Elite XC, that really put, you know, people talk Ronda and people talk, you know, a bunch of other people, but I think Gina Carano, with her looks, let's be honest, with her looks and her style and being very good at what she does, she really put women's MMA on the map,
Oh yeah.
you know, and Elite XC being on
yeah.
CBS.
Oh yeah. Yep, totally agree. Yeah,
But then
she's probably gonna go over to WWE and fight Ronda.
Well, she's acting.
Well, she tried to be an actress.
Well, she was in Deadpool.
She was in the other one too, Fast and Furious.
She did a superhero landing in Deadpool.
But just like Ronda, she didn't have the skill set to keep that championship run in the whole spotlight.
Who's gonna do the job? Who's gonna lose that fight in WWE between, you know?
they're gonna make Cyborg win. Cyborg win.
But how much?
I think they're gonna make Cyborg win.
I think Cyborg's just gonna kick her ass in real life. She's like, you dodged me for like 5 years, and I'm like, she's gonna be all buddy, and then
That's
she's
what
gonna
everybody
beat her
Did you
ass.
wants.
see that clip of her getting slapped before her fight?
No.
Have you ever seen that?
Oh, Cyborg.
Yeah, the coach Jason Perillo slaps
Yep.
her like. If I was like even someone that wasn't even, I'd be like, hey, she's about to fight, bro. Chill.
Right?
Like, what if you knocked her out with the slap
Right?
and she can't continue? I mean,
That-
I can imagine Dana White being in the room and be like, hey, what are you doing? You slapping my fighter?
Can you hear Dana White at the press conference after? Cause her
on.
stupid effing guy slapped her. These people are morons.
Hey, imagine Dana's fight face if Khabib wins.
Oh, because he's retiring.
That's his boy.
That's yeah, he loves.
Yeah, apparently he may be retiring or whatever, win or lose.
Yeah, Josh.
But speaking of which,
Thompson.
another thing, Dana White, the whole controversy thing, it was earlier this week, DC was apparently getting stripped of his light heavyweight title, and Dana White then came out, not even 24 hours later and confirmed it, and not even 24 hours later after that, John Jones is fighting Gustafsson,
I love the
set
Guff.
up for light heavyweight championship.
Woo.
Guff beat him in that fight.
How do y'all feel about the bad blood between DC and John Jones? Because it's still there strong.
Oh yeah.
Even to this day, after that stripping or whatever, even before the stripping, earlier in the week when Daniel Cormier first came out with that, John Jones had made a statement saying something like, bro, you know in your heart it's the right thing to do. The belt is never yours in the first place. You did a good job. You make a great babysitter.
Who said that?
Daddy's home.
Yeah.
John
This
Jones
is John
said
Jones.
that? Oh, what a perfect line.
And then
What a perfect line.
whenever John Jones and Gustafson got set up, this is via Ariel Hawani. It says, John Jones says, DC needs to fight myself one more time if he ever wants to consider one of the all-time greats. I have many more years to prove it.
You know, there's two sides of that story. It's also kind of like, well, you keep getting popped for something. We don't know what, but you keep getting popped for something. So how does that do it? But look, he made Daniel Cormier cry in the octagon. There's no crying in the octagon. Leighton, there's no crying in MMA.
You cry.
So
You did.
no, you cry. Okay, maybe there's.
I mean, like,
days
we
where-
don't even see the stuff like what he could have made if he won.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, can you imagine? Like, we're seeing like the legacy part of it, or like the losing in front of everyone.
Yeah.
But like, what if he was like, I could have made $2 million if I would have won?
Yeah. First off, DC's a class act.
Yeah.
And you know what? John Jones can say whatever he wants, but the matter of the fact is, you know, he's been popped multiple times
Yes.
cheating.
Oh, yeah.
Like he.
Oh yeah. I don't like a cheater.
Yeah, that's I can't. I'm sorry. Yeah, you in the. How do I know every time you stepped in that octagon you weren't on something just because they didn't catch you that time?
Right.
So as far as I'm concerned, John Jones, I just don't respect that, and I just. Oh, if Gustafson could just put him to sleep.
I love Gus.
Dude,
I love
Yes.
I will
Gus.
run through
I
the
do
street
too.
naked if he
Whoa.
puts John Jones to sleep.
I hope John Jones.
Y'all heard
wins
this
now.
here. Dynasty Wise Clay will be running through the streets
love the
naked.
Gus.
Write it down.
man.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, record.
If
Was that
Gustafson,
recorded?
yeah,
Is that
yeah,
recorded? You got it?
yeah, it's recorded.
Oh, it's
No, yeah.
Delete.
Now, I would love to see them fight again though, because they should have fought a long time ago. They should have. And who knows? I mean, Gus has been fighting more than Jones has. What if there's rust? Yeah. You don't ever know.
I
You
just
never know.
Gus
And
won that fight. That's all. I'm gonna say it again. Gus won that fight.
And Gus can say the same thing too, though. He's probably on steroids.
Yeah.
Probably on some type of, I don't care what anybody says.
I
That
think-
stuff you can't. That's just cheating.
I think Gus got disrespected because it was pretty obvious he won the fight. They gave it to Jones. If that would have been anyone else, it would have been, well, we're going to have a rematch. But then he just got pushed to the wayside, and then he took a bold fight versus Anthony Johnson, and I think Johnson knocked him out. And then he was crying in the ring because it was in his hometown. There's a lot of crying in MMA. I'm starting to
Mashed
realize.
potatoes.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
It's okay. It's
I don't wanna
okay.
talk about it.
Clayton, do you have something? No. Oh, okay. Oh, and one thing I want to touch
He's
on,
got-
Joe.
Yes, yes.
The rumors about Khabib retiring was coming out of AKA, one of his coaches, Josh the Punk Thompson, former fighter. He's the one that is saying that he will retire after this fight. So I just wanted, we're not just throwing stuff out there. That's the source that I heard that from.
I'm gonna be kind of bummed if that's true. I mean,
Yes.
like they're
Win or lose.
they're just starting a rivalry and then you retire. I don't.
True.
I don't think Khabib's. I think it shows mentally that he's just not into the fight game totally like that. I think Connor's in his head too much. I mean, everything Connor's coming at him, and I mean that's what Connor does, of course. And I let him retire. I mean, we don't. I mean, if you win and then you retire, you're gonna just let your fans down. I mean, what's going
it's
on?
contradicting to what he was saying on the Edson Barbosa fight when he was laying in on him and giving him elbows and forearms and hammer fists. He was saying that he couldn't stop him from his destiny, his legacy that
Yeah.
he's trying to build. This is contradicting
Good
to
point.
what he was trying to say.
Yeah, he was like, it's my time and all that stuff. So what? So what if he lose? Yeah, Joe, that's an excellent point.
Guys, I just pictured Khabib walking in saying, "This is number one bullshit."
Number one bullshit. Connor Chicken.
Yeah.
Bring me your chicken. Russia, 155 million. No, I mean, but I did see though something about retiring, and I did see something about also GSP. Khabib versus GSP.
Why not Woodley?
I
You
say,
scared?
yeah, probably so. But GSP kills. I say he kills Khabib.
Yeah. That'd
That'd be a battle of who can lay that ground and pound.
No, it's the battle of the jab. Who's beat
you can't beat
who's
that
beat
jab
George
from
St. Pierre's jab?
GSP.
You got to beat.
Oh.
Come on. And then the takedown defense of George.
I'll tell you who beat.
Come on.
I'll tell you who beat
Who?
GSP's jab. I witnessed it.
What, Matt
Yep.
Hughes?
No,
Excuse me.
Matt Sarah.
Hold on. That was in Houston.
Yes,
He
it
got
was.
clipped.
Yes,
got
he
clipped.
did.
Hey, it was devastating.
But that was young GSP though. That was
that's
young.
when you can. That's when you can cry. I should
Yeah.
have cried.
Yeah,
I should have
yeah,
cried.
yeah, yeah.
Hey,
No,
but,
no,
I got to witness Leonard
but-
Garcia and Roger Huerta, one of the greatest
Oh,
fights
fights?
in
You
history.
got to witness that?
Yeah, and Diego Sanchez versus Josh Koscheck was on the card. It was a
What?
nasty
Where
fight.
Was that in the military?
That was
base?
Houston. No, that was here.
Wow. But who do you got on that? GSP or I just want to hear y'all's predict. GSP or Khabib?
I will tell you now that I will beat the Russian because I am from Canada, and I will out jab him.
I got.
I'm in on GSP.
Going with the Canuck,
Yeah. I don't really like the whole Canadian thing, but in this instance,
the neighbor up north.
Well, you are American.
Yeah.
I am a Canadian.
I think GSP is basically what Khabib wishes he could be.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Whoa.
Okay, well, Khabib might.
Oh,
this
I gotta
is
go. That
number
hurt.
one
Wow.
bullshit. I might come in pissed off on that if that goes real live out there. That
Stop
might be-
it. Stop it. I do
That's
not
true,
cuss.
though.
I do not cuss. I am a legend, and I am a role model.
Water is wet, and I will be Michael Bisping.
Why is there two GSPs here?
I just want to be you. I'm calling me Khabib. That's a great that is true though. I think that's so true. But GSP's got he's the bomb. I won't even get started on that. Talk about nut hugging. I'll nut hug on that too.
What about Poirier versus Diaz, man? I love Dustin Poirier.
Ooh! Come on.
Yeah. How do y'all feel that's going to go? Honestly,
Uh,
Poirier, he's got the skill set. Diaz,
trying
when
to
was
make
the
it a
last time
5-round
Diaz fought?
We're trying to make it a 5-round fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When was the last time he fought? Not only that, he went with 3
Conor.
out of his last 6 he's won.
I got Dustin.
Yeah, same.
I got Dustin.
Eddie Alvarez twice.
Yeah.
If it's a 3-round fight, even if it's a 5-round, I still think Dustin. He's very, very sound with the striking. Good
What a-
takedowns, good jiu-jitsu.
Ooh,
Diaz is
following up on
overrated.
that, the same one. Rockhold versus Weidman.
2.
That is nasty.
2. That's the second one.
Yes.
And
Who do you think's going to win
Weidman-
this?
Weidman was winning
Poirier.
that fight.
I like Weidman a lot.
Weidman was winning that fight until he threw that crazy, I don't know, will kick.
I mean Diaz. Really? Yeah,
You got Diaz on that one?
I do.
On Poirier, Dustin, and Diaz.
Yeah.
Just curious, like what, how
He-
so?
Stamina, striking. I think he could just take a beating. I mean, look, Josh the Punk Thompson kicked his head off and knocked him out, but I think Diaz. I mean, their cardio is amazing. They take punishment. I love Poirier. I want Poirier to win, but I just see Diaz winning that fight.
So what do you see happening afterwards? What's next with Diaz after that?
He will whine and cry that he will talk shit about Conor after the fight.
Actually, I've been really bummed out about Diaz because he's not. He's just talking a lot, and I want to see him fight.
I want to see him go to sleep. I'm tired of Nate Diaz. I think he's overrated, and he needs to get put
He's
to
a
sleep.
punk, man.
Yeah,
he's
really.
a punk. Like,
He's on
Well,
PEDs.
real.
Josh the Punk
That's the-
Thompson knocked him out with a head kick, so
No, I'm
you
just
can watch
saying, 'cause
that.
Well
he's
deserved.
always so like upset, and it's like, man, you're a huge name. Like everyone's got mad respect for Diaz. Just keep fighting. It doesn't matter if Diaz loses. He's such a warrior. Everyone loves Diaz.
But he's
everybody
not.
loves Diaz. But
He's
it's
not
like,
a draw.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
You're
I
talking about like
didn't
a
mean to
draw
cut you
for the UFC.
Like him and Nick
No, he is a
think
draw.
they're the draw. Like if this was Diaz versus Poirier and Conor wasn't anywhere and he's not on this card, Diaz thinks he's at Conor's level.
Hey, that punk attitude sells. People
You know.
love that. They want to see. They want to see that.
But
I
They want to
people-
see him getting
I don't
beat
know
up
why
more
they-
than anything.
Why has the UFC yet to put Diaz and Diaz as a main and a co?
Because they won't.
Why
They
have they not
also
do that?
said that they don't want
Think
to fight
about
at the same
all
card.
the press for that.
Yeah.
All the press for that though. Think about all the press for Nick and Nate on the same on this. They're gonna start fights everywhere they
Yes.
go. It's gonna be like a.
there's not enough
madhouse.
space for them two on the same card. To be honest,
I
not enough
know.
ego room.
Yeah.
Man,
That's
you're
true.
right though. That's crazy.
They are so myopic that it's through the roof. I mean, like I said, they think they're on Conor McGregor's level, and they're not. You know, fighting wise, yes, but as far as promoting and everything, I don't want to watch a Diaz card.
I think Nick is. I think Nick's a huge draw.
I like.
Yeah, but he hasn't fought in 23 years.
Exactly.
I know.
He's got gray hair
He's
now.
wrestling in his apartment, like
I
on
would
The
love-
Office.
I will
the show
say
on
it-
The Office where that what's his name, something California, how he wrestles in the apartment. That's what Nick Diaz is right
have you
now.
seen that?
I seen it No, I seen his Instagram yesterday or the other day where
Uh.
he's got a big wrestling mat in his apartment right now, and his buddy coming over.
Dwight.
Guys, I want to talk about this for a second, but Nick Diaz, I want to see Nick. I'm going to say this now. I want to see Nick Diaz fight Colby Covington. I want to see that fight.
Oh, the trash talk. Oh,
trash
my
talk.
God.
The one who Snoop mistakenly called Till. He thought he was Colby Covington. Like an idiot.
Ooh, messing up.
He was
messing
high.
up.
He was high.
I'm
But-
so glad Teal lost that fight. The fact that he came in that much overweight.
He's young. He's still young.
I
He's
thought he
got
made- no, he made
progressing.
weight. No, he made
No,
weight.
Yeah,
I'm
he
talking
made
about the
weight.
fight with the Karate Kid there,
Oh, yeah,
Thompson.
yeah.
Wonder Boy.
And then when he won, like I've seen fighters miss weight, and when they win, they're humble and they say, you know what, I just didn't make. She's a, he or she's a great fighter. I'll take the win, but I'm gonna make weight sometime, and I apologize to to my opponent that I didn't make weight. He comes out 35 pounds, 40 pounds heavy. I don't know. It was insane. Being carried by a delivery truck because he was so fat.
400 pounds.
And then 400 pounds, and it was the worst fight because like looked like they were on a trampoline, bouncing, tapping hands every time. But then he acts like he won the world title after it. It was like it's like watching a Rocky speech. I'm like, shut up, fatty. Just go to the back and have a shake.
He did move to 185. He did move to 185 though, just so he can.
Yeah, he should.
Yeah, he's huge.
He should move to 205.
But Rockhold versus Weidman too. I got Weidman. Just so we
No
can get the
doubt.
record. Poirier and Weidman. Those are my two picks on that. Right there.
Rockhold's arrogant face. I want Weidman to win.
Well,
We actually know Chris Weidman.
We do.
Yes.
Really?
We have
Apparently, he doesn't ship
He's
out
in our
shirts.
fantasy league. Our fantasy football league.
What?
Yeah, and our fantasy football.
who do you guys
league.
got? Who do you guys got for Weidman or Rockhold?
I want Weidman,
Weidman
to
for
win.
me.
Rockhold.
You got Rockhold?
Cute.
How so? I feel like he's been hit too much lately. I don't know. I
Yeah.
feel like he's been
Good.
getting caught.
Good.
Or like someone found that sweet spot on his head and he keeps getting knocked out.
Sleeping
Good.
everywhere.
Well, I mean, I will say he did fight Yoel Romero and he was a beast. So
Yeah.
I mean,
I
As
want
long as it's a banger, I'm good.
as long as
good fight.
Rockhold, whoever Rockhold's fighting, the other guy's gonna win. I hate Rockhold.
The winner of this will probably get Tommy Knuckles or what's his name? Robbie Knuckles.
how about Robbie Lawler?
Whitaker.
Oh, ooh.
Oh, the winner of Whitaker and what's his
No.
name?
Rockhold and Weidman.
Oh, Gastelum.
Yeah, he's fighting Gastelum
He's
for the
fighting
title.
Gastelum for the title.
So they would get the winner out of
Oh,
that.
shit.
They got Yoel Romero fighting that.
I forgot all about that.
Baracho, whatever that.
Yep.
that-
Macho Man?
This dude
It's
that
on,
what's his name?
It's a free card.
What's that guy's name? The dude that's like a town. I don't know.
Actually, that fight got
from
scrapped.
Brazil. Yeah, it got
I just
scratched
seen it.
because-
It
got
just-
scratched
it got
because
scratched.
of Yoel Romero has something with his eye or something with.
That's the side effects of steroids.
Have you seen him? Freak.
Yes.
Yes.
Freak. Both of those dudes though. Yoel Romero versus that other dude. The other dude there is criticized for steroids too though because he looks like he's
Oh, well.
a bodybuilder.
We'll go at it.
If they're both doing steroids, it's a fair fight.
Put a needle in the middle
you
of
go.
the octagon.
Who gets
First
that
one to get
30%?
Who steps on the
Of
needle
each.
first? Who steps on the needle first?
there.
It'll be a power up during the match. They just whoever gets to it and can
Yeah.
inject.
Level up.
Give me 1 second.
Level up. Bling.
Bring in a needle. Bring in a needle.
It's like Mario getting a mushroom. It just gets bigger. We just watch him get bigger in the ring.
Straight up though. Cheaters.
So did y'all want to talk a little 231 with Holloway Ortega?
I got Holloway.
Ooh, who you
Holloway.
got? Ooh, I'm gonna go Ortega.
I love
Ortega all the way. Stopped Frankie Edgar, the unstoppable. Stopped him. Not
Good
even with the
night.
strong. Not even with a game plan. Hit him with just that left elbow.
I think that Max Holloway would have done the same thing to Edgar. His reach would, I think, because I think it would have pieced him up just like worse than Aldo did to Edgar. Long reach. Holloway's got a long reach. He's
I
got
was
great
gonna say.
boxing, good takedown defense.
Aldo utilizes his kicks more often though.
I mean, Ortega's so crisp in his striking, and he's just in there with this calm face, like it's a normal day at the office. I'm gonna punch you in the face. I'm gonna get this money, and I'm gonna go home.
I like
But I think it's
Ortega.
smarter. I think Holloway's a smarter fighter though than Edgar though.
It don't matter if you're catching one and going to sleep.
He's got the reach though. Holloway's got reach.
Well, it sounds like we got a making of a good fight.
Yes.
Sounds like there needs to be a bet.
You got to bet on it.
Because we got what 3 guys? Myself going Ortega.
I got at least-
Holloway's
I got
no
at
slouch
least
on the
$1.50
ground.
in
Holloway's
my-
no
in my
slouch
wallet.
on the ground, and
At
Ortega's
least.
I
been
might.
proven
I
that
did get
that
a
his
taco
submission shit is pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Plus, I
All
like
right, well, how does it end?
I like Ortega's tacos
How does
too.
it end? How does it end, though?
Knockout
It's a
Ortega.
5-round fight. How does it end?
I think a
Knockout.
TKO.
I think one of if they-
TKO Ortega.
yeah, one of them would go to sleep. I think
No. The towel is thrown in because Steve Mazzagatti will be reffing this.
Well, let's
and he
hope
won't
Holloway
stop
can make the
anything.
fight. He's been having some like water issues or something. I don't know.
Here's another guy.
The last he got knocked out the last card. because
I'm
he had
glad
some
you
type
brought
of,
up.
like, water.
I'm glad you brought up the ref's name because actually, if we backtrack all the way to Scott Holtzman, his 2 losses are both when Herb Dean was reffing it. So if you see Herb Dean out there with Scott,
Scott
Holtzman,
is like-
change your bet.
I'm gonna
immediately.
look at. We'll be watching the fight.
take it to Vegas.
We're gonna be watching the fight. I'm gonna go. I changed my mind. This other guy's gonna win. Wait, who's reffing? Yeah.
What's up, Jack Biggs? I see you out there.
Hey Jack, thanks for being on, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Carlos, we took the shot. Nice having y'all.
Yeah. What about Claudia Gadelia versus Nina Ansaroff?
Honestly, I love Claudia
She got a great butt.
very much so.
I apologize to the ladies. That's not right.
I'm sure she.
Karate Joe, Karate Joey would say
Yes.
otherwise.
She's got better abs than I do.
I think she's coming off that loss, so I think she's gonna come back and take. I just think Claudia's gonna win. I think she's just gonna win everywhere this fight goes.
Yeah, all around better fighter for Claudia.
Yeah.
And
Profit 12.
She's got that veteran experience too. She's been there in spotlight.
Yeah, she's a gangster. Takedowns for days.
She's fought a lot of big names too in the women's division.
Loves to mix it up.
Yeah,
Throw-
definitely.
Throw bows.
Is this gonna be in the UFC ring? Did he buy advertising?
Yes, that was
they're-
part of his contract of coming back and fighting.
Wow.
They have a contract. They have,
Anytime he fights.
it's gonna be so dope to see his logo on the mat.
Can you-
I'm amped.
Just watching Khabib fall towards his logo.
Getting knocked out,
That's
slept
the-
on his logo.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That would be hilarious.
But you got. I mean, I'm saying the worst, but if literally like Khabib is mauling him and he's getting hit and he's just looking at his proper 12, I'm sure he's thinking, oh, it's proper 12.
Yeah.
That's my whiskey.
And if he's not doing it, like if Khabib's just laying and praying, he'll probably just point to his thing. Proper 12. This Russian just lays on me.
If he wins, he better do some type of shot or like.
Oh, you know he is.
Something.
Oh, they'll have the bottles ready on the side.
Yeah.
It's like that guy.
Yeah,
He's
like
gonna
a
do
kid
it. He's
suit
like that
again.
Hawaiian guy that's gonna do that with a shoe.
yeah.
Have you seen that?
Oh.
Bam
Yeah.
Bam.
Well, honestly, if y'all don't have anything else, I think we're gonna go ahead and start wrapping it up.
Woo!
I'd like to thank Dynasty Wise LLC again, courtesy for them for bringing it up. Bet.
Bet. Thanks
Um,
for having me on. I
late-
really appreciate it.
Anybody? Oh, get a chance to win the giveaway.
Yeah, go
Wanna
to
go ahead and tell
Reagan
how
and-
they do it.
Yeah, once again, go to Reagan and Mitchell's page, like and follow, and then go to look up Leighton Mitchell, and then my Facebook, and go to my post that I posted in the comments. I put a video. Do the video on your post. Tag me and 2 people, and I'll make sure to see that. And once I get tagged, and then I'll personally hand deliver the
hand deliver.
And deliver.
Once I do the mix. of
Maybe
the
even
names.
take a shot with you.
I'll do a shot.
Maybe we can give you a hand deliver.
Whoa. Just want to say thanks for tuning in, everybody. Houston Preeminence, check them out, hptx.us. Get the platinum subscription. It's $75, but that's for 2 years. You get all the bells and whistles, and you will get a free seat, your chance to win $10,000 at our Christmas poker special. Because, Leighton, nothing says our Lord Jesus being born than like poker.
All in. I'm all in. I'm all
It's
in.
usually about a $200 seat,
Yeah,
so
that's
it's a
great.
pretty big deal.
Ooh,
Thanks
how
for-
much, what do y'all playing for? How much is the?
Money,
$10,000.
$10,000.
supposedly.
Yeah, I think you can win 10,000, and then there's some of
my gosh.
besides the 10,000 you win, there's some that goes to charity.
Yeah.
So it's a charity.
And if
event.
you win, Leighton, because our plan, because we can't play, we're gonna wait outside for the winner and jump them.
Okay.
But if it's you, we'll be like, well, He's a badass, and he's our friend.
Get him
so.
twice. No.
The acts of mashed potatoes are his and his alone.
Say what's up to Riley Biggs.
Riley
What's
Biggs.
up, Riley?
Blah, blah. Woo!
Well, Leighton, thanks for being on, man. It was fun.
Thanks for having me. I
Yes,
appreciate you guys. I cannot wait to start following you guys.
Great.
Yeah, we'll bring you on again as well, man.
Hey, I'd love
I'll
to come
get
on.
your logo mapped up better.
Yeah.
New iPad, man.
Oh man, no worries, man. I appreciate having me on.
We had GSP on, and we bumped him for you. So,
Yeah.
you know,
Just to let you know.
Yeah.
Like Leighton's coming on. Move.
like, go back up to Canada.
It was last minute, too. He already came over here and was in the neighborhood.
He was
and we
like,
said, "You gotta
hello.
go."
Is this dog's name Bucky? Like,
He
you,
said what up.
you can get out. But thanks again, folks. Appreciate it.
Yeah, take it easy, Riley. Y'all go ahead and follow us on Instagram. Dynasty Wise. Okay, you don't have any of that.
Oh, okay.
Facebook at Dynasty Wise Fantasy Football. Twitter, you can follow us at Dynasty Wise LLC. You can follow me at Dynasty Wise _Joe.
Leighton Mitchell, Facebook.
There you go.
And all of y'all, this was All the Smoke.
All the smoke.
Woo.